Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hello. How is everybody doing today? I'm Julia Royston of BK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, and the author community. The Book Business Boss is helping you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth, be a book business boss, and be all that you can be. Um, it's amazing how God works. So, when I asked him what he wanted me to speak about this morning, it's basically like he turned on, okay, in today's terms, I guess that's the MP3. And then, of course, back in my day, it might have been the 8 track, might have been the cassette, it might have been the CD. But today it was like an MP3 was turned on. So I don't know if you remember the old song. Well, it's still relevant today, but it's by Donna Lawrence. It said, "Don't forget to remember." And when I asked him again, I was like, "What's the deal with the Donna Lawrence song?" But he still played it again loud. So even as I was getting ready, he played it again. Don't forget to remember. So that song, the lyrics basically opens, don't forget to remember where your blessings come from. Don't forget to remember where honor is due, to give honor where honor is due. Don't forget to remember to remember the one who put you there. Don't forget where your blessings come from. Don't forget to remember where your blessings come from. So stopping, and I'm really a very thankful and very grateful and very appreciative person. I thank people constantly, whether I know them or not. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But sometimes you have to take the time out to remember and pay homage to and thank God for. First off, thank God that He's in your life, but thank God for the people, places, things, participation that has happened in your life. And so He took me to Joshua 4:7, and that's all He said was, "And these stones." But He admonished the children of Israel after He brought them over the Jordan that they should compile a monument and remember. And every time they passed those stones, every time they looked at those stones, that those stones would be for a memorial unto the children of Israel forever. So remembering, people say, forget the past. Well, yeah, if it's hindering you from moving forward, but there are some things we should not forget. And God is admonishing us today that you should have a time set aside that you remember, that you recall, that you're thankful, that it leads to being grateful, even the bad stuff, even the stuff that was unpleasant, even the things that still cause you to cry and it's been 20 years later. Don't forget it, because one, it shows progress. How far have you come? How far have you actually come? When you look back, how far you've actually, what you've able to, we'll talk about progress in a minute, but the progress that you've come. Now, surprisingly enough, attended, I had not planned on it. I was supposed to be at another event, which was canceled. But I was at my 40th class reunion, if you can imagine. And when I walked in, most of the people recognized me, but a lot of the people I did not recognize. And thank God we had name badges on. And because I still feel bad 3 days later, because there was one young woman said, "You don't remember me, Julia?" And I said, "No, I'm sorry." And because I didn't. I didn't. But then there was another person who said, "I had to speak to you. I had to hug you." Well, there was several people who did that. But and there were, a couple, a specific man and woman that were in my class that I will, several that I will never forget. There are 3 or 4 in my life that I will never forget. We had that kind of connection. We had that kind of relationship. And the progress of that one particular gentleman from 40 years before and now was just incredible. Because after he told me what he was doing, where he was, I said, I'm extremely proud of you. Because back in the day when we were riding the school bus together, he was totally unsure of what he would do with the rest of his life. Even probably at graduation, he didn't have a clue. But to have a high power position, be living in probably one of the most expensive neighborhoods in the city or the state where I live or have lived, showed progress. So don't forget to remember, because one, the progress, and then number two, the people. Some people are just simply unforgettable in your life. And you will never forget them. Sometimes you may not even remember their name, but you remember where you met them, the place. You could connect. Oh, what was their name? Oh, and I have a sister, Stacy, who can remember everybody's names. And I'm terrible with names, but I connect people with places. I always connect people with things that we did. I connect people with the situation, but I might not be able to. I'm terrible with names. That's the reason why I have an adage. Where did I meet you? Come on, make me know you. And so, one, the progress that you made. Don't forget to remember the progress that you made. Don't forget to remember the people. And of course, the most important person is God. I thank him every single day. But then he brings people in our lives. And then some of the places that we've been that we realize, ooh, some of the places that we've been, we're like, ooh, you know, that old song, my soul look back and wonder how I got over. My soul look back and wonder how I got out of that. How you delivered me from that. But my soul looks back and wonder and wish I could go back there, but I can't. I don't have the grace for it. I don't have the permission for it. I'm not giving myself the license for it. I have to move on. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for being with me this morning. Share, like, tag other people. I greatly appreciate it. So for remembering, and he's reminding us today, don't forget to remember the progress that you made, the people that you've met, the places that you've been, and then the participation, what you did, what you participated in, how you acted. Some of that may be like, I guess I need to go forgive. I need to go apologize. But your own participation, what you contributed, whether you got any credit for it or not. Sometimes you participate in things and other people forget. And other people don't remember your name, or when it came time for the award, only their name was on it. When it came time for the certificate, the diploma, in some places, sometimes the patent, the trademark, the idea, the book being finished, all of it, and they don't acknowledge you at all. But you know what you did, and God knows what you. The senior choir at my home church used to have a song. Jesus remembers when others forget. He is my captain. I trust in him yet. Oh, when I'm sad, he makes me glad, because Jesus remembers when others forget. So glad he remembers. Oh yeah, when others forget. But your participation, he ain't forgot. He knows exactly what he called you to do and what he called you not to do. And when elevation comes from him, God elevates. He said, I pull down one, and they say, I'm here for life. You can't get me out of this job. You got, whatever. I got this. I had a principal one time who told me, you told us all as a staff, you can't do nothing in this district without me. I said, ooh, I went to my car. I said, oh, God, I know you heard him. I know you heard him, and I know the devil did too. But I said, oh, no, you done gone too far. Because you're not greater. For God is the greatest power, and we shall not be defeated. So our participation, that took me back someplace. My participation, because my participation was, God help us today. But what your participation is. Don't forget to remember what you did. Pat your own self on the back, even if nobody else does. And then finally, number 5, throw yourself a party. If you just go to the cupcake people and get one cupcake, put your own little candle in it and light it, and they, for me. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes throwing my own party doesn't look like other people. Some people throw a party and they invite 40 or 50 people. Sometimes throwing a party is going to a restaurant and sitting next to the window so I can look out over the river and celebrate myself all by myself. Yeah, but throw yourself a party. But number one, the song is by Donald Lawrence. I don't, it's not mine. They recorded it. But don't forget to remember. Don't forget to pause and say thank you. Don't forget to pause and write it down. Get your pen and notebook. I have mine handy. And remember where God brought you from. And what, not even what he's about to do, but to remember where he brought you, because that's going to help push you to where he's going to take you. All of those situations, problems, experiences, as I get older, they become more relevant. At 58 years old, I'm like, it's more relevant now than ever that all those experiences were leading to something. You know, as much as you say, what was that for? And you may not figure that out until later. And you remember what somebody said, what somebody did, how somebody helped you, how something progressed and something happened and a door was open, an opportunity was provided, and a way was made for you to be right here, right where you are. Decisions were made. Work was done. Extra things were accomplished so you could be right in the place where you are now. And so don't forget to remember all of it, the progress that you made, the people you've met along the way, the places that you've been, your participation, all the things you've done over and over, the skills that you have, the expertise that you have, the abilities that God has given you, the strength, and then also be compassionate to other people. Because baby, when somebody else is going through that, you can look at it and say, baby, I've been through there. Boo-boo. Listen. And this is what he helped me do. And you can be a testament and a testimony. Those stones that the children of Israel saw, even the next generations after it, they said, he brought us through that Jordan before, he'll do it again. Ooh, the Red Sea. They praised on the Red Sea, but when they come across the Jordan, they put up some stones. He said, these stones shall be a memorial for the children of Israel. So what's your stones? Do you have some stones? You have a block? You have something? You have a picture? You have an image? You have a short video of something you remember? God, you brought me through that. You brought me over that. I survived that. I endured that. And I'll never forget it. There's some things, and I still feel bad because I sure didn't remember that person at my 40 class reunion, but there are some things I will never forget. There are some people I will never forget. There are some places I've been, just passing through them, passing by them, brought up so many memories. I was traveling last week and we came through Virginia to West Virginia to Kentucky to Indiana. So we crossed all those 4 states. And believe you me, I had a memory. I had some place, some church I had sang at, some people in that area that I would have loved to stopped and said, ooh, and knocked on their door and sat but I didn't have time. I had to keep moving. But I didn't forget. They were embellished, ingrained in my memory forever. So don't forget to remember. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, a glorious party. You best believe it. Hey, sir, how are you? Hey, Wilma, how are you? Hey, love. I know. Thank you so much for sharing. I trust that you all be blessed today. And don't forget to remember. Sometime in the hustle and bustle of moving, and I got to get this, and I got to get this goal, and I got to achieve this. I got to acquire this, and I've got to get this done, and this door won't open, and these people won't approve me, and these are. But just stop and say, well, wait a minute. He helped me before. He'll help me again. He blessed me before. He'll bless me again. He helped me. He brought people in my life before. He will do it again. I trust that helps you. and blesses you as you travel along your way. I'm Julia Royston of BK Royston Publishing. Go to solo.to/Julia A. Royston. That's all my contact information, all my social media. If you're interested in me publishing a book or helping you write a book or get it from your head, as I say, I always say, from your head to Amazon, reach out to me. Now, at 10 a.m. in about 11 minutes, 12 minutes, Live Your Best Life will be on envision-radio.com. You can access it, of course, right here on your computer. So when it's time for me to listen to Envision, I just go definitely to the website, envision-radio.com, and it just streams directly there. Or the Simple Radio, Audacity, Tuner, My Tuner Radio, Radio Garden, Get Me Radio, Media U, all those apps you can access Envision-Radio. But one of the most important apps is go to the Google Play Store. If you're on Android, which I am an Android user, go to Google Play Store and download the free envision-radio.com app and listen where praise meets talk 24/7. Phenomenal music, phenomenal programming to help you to live your best life. At 11 a.m., right after Live Your Best Life, is the Cheryl Underwood with Spiritual Nourishment. And so stay tuned for that. She's on from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. She does have a Cheryl Underwood shout out line. So feel free to call in 855-743-7951 or 855-Cheryl-1. Cheryl Underwood, the best spiritual nourishment on radio. And then Live Your Best Life is also syndicated on RegiaRadio.com. Located on the continent of Africa. Yep, I'm syndicated. And Live Your Best Life. So today on Live Your Best Life, Latrice Carter is my special guest, which is an author and all-around phenomenal lady who has written several books and helps people write books as well. And so we had a phenomenal conversation about writing and books and life and entrepreneurship and being still working a full-time job. And then on Live Your Best Life on Regia at 3 p.m. West Africa time is my special guest, Ms. Demetria Bowie, who is also a wonderful young woman and entrepreneur as well. I am participating on a women's retreat with her October the 1st through the 3rd in Atlanta. I think it's currently sold out. So right now there's no tickets available, but be sure and just pray for us for the success of that, that we are able to deliver the message that God has for us to the people there, that they may be blessed and edified and built up and move forward as we take it step by step in this life. And join me on Wednesday with my good friend Vanessa Collins. We're going to be talking about 5 ways to have a more profitable business. Take your book to a profitable business, 5 ways to do that. And so join us on Wednesday, August 18th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. So join us. Super excited about that. We have been, August 2021 celebrates, which I didn't know until later, National Black Business Month. So we're going to really be talking about businesses and our businesses. I've been in business 13 years. I think she's been full-time in business at least more than 20. So we're going to be talking about that on Wednesday. You can always catch the replay. I have upcoming classes. She does too. And but we're partnering together to deliver a message to you, bring your questions, and we'll be on the lookout for those to help you as you continue to move your book forward, move your business forward, so that you can continue to move forward in the 4th quarter. And if the Lord says the same and has a return into 2022. So let's make it happen. I'm Dr. Julia Royston of BK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, the Book Business Bosses, and the host of Live Your Best Life. Praying today, tomorrow, and always that you live your best life. Have an awesome week and a great day.